Alright guys, it's time for another bi-weekly sales video, and the whole purpose of this is just to give you guys a better understanding of the types of items that I'm selling on my server, so you can kind of get a little bit of an idea of the items that you should be able to expect to be able to sell on your server. So I do it in two different ways, in terms of quantity sold, and then also in terms of the highest value items sold down to lower and lower value. So this is the first view that we're going to look at, is in terms of quantity sold. Now, once again, we can see in terms of large quantities of items being sold, I'm selling lots and lots of the ores and bars. But the difference that I see from this bi-weekly sales video from 2 weeks ago is current expansion ore. You can see a lot of the black rock ore and the true iron ore there on the top. Now, I've been messing around with that market a lot over the last 2 weeks, obviously, and you can see that I've sold a lot of it. I've been clearing out the really cheap stuff and just resetting it at slightly higher prices. So I wasn't doing that as much 2 weeks ago, but clearly been doing that a lot more lately. And also the old content ore and bar, I've been selling quite a bit of that. So now I'm going to scroll down through the list. You can get a little bit more information about the different items that are selling in terms of quantity. I'm not going to go through each one individually because it would take too long, but just to give you a general idea, and you can pick up on the things that, catch your attention. So, like I said, lots of different ores and bars, and then we're selling some potions and stuff down here, some sorceress items being flipped, more potions, some blacksmithing items, healing tonics, some herbs. Some more herbs and potions, reroll secondary items, old shoulder enchants. We sold 7 phantom blades over the last 14 days. That's pretty nice. I sell pretty good. Crafted dreadful, crafted malevolent gear. Of course, that stuff's always selling. Upgrade tokens. There you go, and you get a general idea. All right, so this is the view where we look at in terms of highest valued items being sold to lower and lower valued items. So at the top of the list, of course, we see Vial of the Sands. We've sold 6 of those in the last 14 days, which is pretty nice. Then we've got Frozen Shadow Weave Robe. That's old content tailoring, Sulfuran Hammer, replica gear, current expansion trinkets, stage gear, old content stuff, more stage gear, tailoring, and blacksmithing stage gear, lots and lots more stage gear. The stage gear certainly selling very, very well. And some more old content stuff, more stage gear, old content. So I'm just going to scroll down to through the list so you can kind of see for yourself. But you can see that there's a lot of current expansion stuff selling, very expensive stuff, and old content stuff. So certainly don't overlook your old content markets. They're very, very nice. All right, I think that's pretty good. Now, to compare this to the last bi-weekly sales video that we did 14 days ago, to compare the difference between my sales from this standpoint, Vial of the Sands is still on top for both, but we can see that we're selling a lot more stage gear and a little bit less of the old content stuff, but overall still very, very similar. All right, so now let's look at this in terms of professions. So let's go look at, which one will we do first? Leatherworking. So let's go check that one out. Now you can see some old content stuff has been selling pretty good, but also, of course, the stage gear. I'm going to just go down through the list to give you a little bit more information. The hats, the Cobra Scales hats, selling those guys. Lots of the stage gear, lots of old content, crafted dreadful, crafted malevolent. Let's look at it in terms of items sold. So Drums of Fury, not too surprising. Reroll secondary items. Leg armors, that does surprise me a little bit. Old content stuff. Contender, crafted dreadful. These hats, I sell quite a bit of these hats. There's 4 different kinds of hats that you can get. They sell pretty nice, so make sure you have those recipes. Yep, old content, current expansion are both quite strong. All right, so now let's look at tailoring and see it in terms of most expensive to least expensive. So Frozen Shadow Weave Robe, this is old content stuff. Another piece of old content plus current expansion, the stage gear. Been selling that. So you see a lot of current expansion, old content, a bit of both. So make sure, again, you're not overlooking the old stuff. Crafted Dreadful Contender. All right, let's look at it in terms of quantity quickly. All right, so bags, shirts, none of that is too surprising. All right, there you go, tailoring. All right, so let's do blacksmithing, sulfur and hammer. That's the most expensive item that we sold in the last 14 days. That's an old content weapon. And then we have some stage gear here. Some old content weapons, more stage gear, old content weapons, upgrade tokens. None of that stuff is too surprising. All right, let's go look at it in terms of quantity sold. So the reroll secondary items, not too surprising, very cheap to make. Upgrade tokens, a nice few of those guys. Oh, look at those phantom blades. 7 phantom blades in the last 14 days. It's pretty nice. Crafted Dreadful Malevolent, old content PvP gear, stage gear, more stage gear, upgrade tokens, old content stuff, stage gear, upgrade tokens. There you go, you get the idea. All right, so let's look at Enchanting, the highest priced item that we've sold here. Jade Spirit, Dancing Steel, old content weapon enchants, but they're very good, and I'm not too surprised that these are top on the list. And we see current expansion, weapon enchants, old content stuff. A lot of current expansion and a decent amount of old content. All right, let's look at it in terms of quantity sold. A lot of current expansion stuff. Yep, none of that is too surprising. All right. All right, so this is Jewelcrafting. We see some stage gear at the top of our list here. Necks and rings. Upgrade tokens. This is a lot of current expansion at the top. And then we've got some old content stuff. Okay, let's look in terms of quantity sold. Reroll secondary. Upgrade tokens. Old content stuff. And gems, certainly. Stage gear. More stage gear, more old content stuff. Now for Inscription, we can see here in terms of highest priced items that we're selling, upgrade tokens and current expansion weapon stage gear. Yeah, a lot of this is all current expansion stuff. Old content shoulder enchants, current expansion stuff. There we go. And in terms of quantity sold, Mysterious Fortune cards. Sold a few more of those than last time. Some of the inks. All right, so let's look at Alchemy. At the top of our list here, Vial of the Sand, 6 of them in 2 weeks. Should be up there in the top. And then we have the trinkets, the stage gear upgraded, and then the upgrade tokens. We see some old content, potions, flask, and various other things. And then current expansion, potions, flask, and those sorts of things. So in terms of quantity sold, a lot of old content here right at the top, and then we've got some current expansion stuff. So a nice variety of things down here. All right, there's no point to go through engineering because I still haven't done anything with engineering yet. Hopefully for the next bi-weekly sales video, I will have started to get some engineering stuff moving. So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and comment.